సురక్షితంగా ఉంచుకుంటాం అనేది సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ నెట్ జీరో. So I now like to request and introduce the speaker first before calling him onto the dais to speak about the neutralizing developmental effects, sustainable development and focus on net zero. ఈ రోజు ఈ టాపిక్ మీద మాట్లాడడానికి ఒక వెరీ వండర్ఫుల్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ మన ముందర ఉన్నారు. ఇండియన్ గ్రీన్ బిల్డింగ్ కౌన్సిల్ IGBCకి ప్రిన్సిపల్ కౌన్సిలర్గా వ్యవహరిస్తున్న శ్రీ ఎం ఆనంద్ గారు. వారి 30 ఏళ్లకి పైగా ఉన్న అనుభవంతో ఎన్నో సస్టైనబుల్ బిల్డింగ్ డిజైన్స్ చేసి 1000కి పైగా క్లయింట్స్కి అందించారు. He holds a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronic engineering and has been actively involved in promoting IGBC's green building rating systems. He's a Guinness World Record holder, a TEDx speaker, recognized for his contributions to the green building movement. అంతర్జాతీయ స్థాయిలో భారతదేశాన్ని రిప్రజెంట్ చేసి 250కి పైగా ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కండక్ట్ చేసి భారతదేశం సస్టైనబుల్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ని పెంపొందించడంలో కీలక పాత్ర పోషిస్తున్నారు శ్రీ ఆనంద్ గారు. మీ అందరి చప్పట్లతోటి వారిని ఈ వేదికపైకి ఆహ్వానించేద్దాం.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, and it's amazing to stand in front of the August gathering. And I once again thank Naretco as well as the Raj News for the wonderful opportunity given to all of us. So, since it is late in the evening, I take the liberty of asking a very small question. What is Hyderabad known for? Can I get some quick responses? Biryanis, pearls, climate. Yeah, the list goes on and on, but Hyderabad is the only city, as far as my knowledge goes, after working in 30 years in Hyderabad, is the only city in the whole of Asia to have a natural rock formation. So when you go to the other cities, as you heard from the OSD, it is all plains in other cities, you don't get this. So Hyderabad is also known for rocks, and Hyderabad is also known for this our own center, IGBC headquarters, which is hardly 2 minutes from here. It is world's greenest building in year 2003, we heard. So Hyderabad is not only known for biryanis, pearls, charminars, Golconda, natural rocks, it is also known for the green buildings. All the architects like Mahip and others, they call Hyderabad as a mecca of green buildings actually, because of this building. This building belongs to all the stakeholders, all the developers and all the government agencies and nodal agencies. We started in year 2003. This building has been inaugurated by then President His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam on 14th of July 2004. So next time whenever somebody is asking what is Hyderabad is known for, you can proudly say that Hyderabad is known for green buildings also. So what it started as a one building, today it started as a buildings, and Hyderabad hosts beautiful buildings. As I see Murali Manohar Garu and other leading developers, Jayberry's Peak, we were involved in those days, which is one of the finest green buildings. Our Vijay Sai Garu's S&S Green, and the list goes on and on. So the lot of buildings which has adopted sustainability is very simple actually. What we tell in Indian Green Building Council, IGBC, is like what we have 5 fingers in our palm. Sustainability is all about addressing 5 elements of nature, or Panchaputas, what we call. It is very simple. How do I handle the site? Number 1 to start with. So Hyderabad is a rocky terrain. Moment we get the terrain, how do I preserve the entire ecosystem? How do I preserve the rocks, the small plants or the trees and the grass, the flora and fauna? How do I design the building? That is number 1. Number 2 is on the water efficiency. Nobody used to talk about the amount of water being used in a flush or in a tap or in a shower in those days, 25 years ago I'm talking about. So the green building is all about how do we reduce the water consumption per person. We are not compromising on the comfort level. Somebody wants to have a swimming pool, shower, rain shower, everything is fine, but focus on the water it consumes. That is the number 2. Third is on energy efficiency. Whenever the summer comes in, the energy bill goes up. We are not saying that we should not have air conditioners, we should not have the fresh air units and others. All that comfort has to be provided. We have to maintain the temperature in an indoor office or in a house during a peak summer, 24 degrees centigrade. But how do I consume less energy? By bringing in beautiful architects and others, had a panel discussion, they brought in the heritage, the culture, the thousands and thousands of years of India's unique system of designing the buildings and the built environment, which reduces the energy demand and enhances the comfort. That is what we address in IGBC as an energy efficiency. Fourth thing is all about materials and resource. What kind of a cement I bring into my site? What kind of a steel I bring into my site? What kind of a furniture? What kind of a paint I apply? This will all have to have consume minimal resources. I may say that I have paid 500 rupees for a cement bag, but the moment the cement bag has landed, how much amount of limestone I have taken in the quarry, how much energy it is used for manufacturing, whether it has come by a lorry or it has come by a train, what is the amount of emissions it has emitted before it has landed at my site. So these are the things we give it in a very, very good look. And the good news is 10,000 products are now certified. Products are certified as an eco-friendly product. Tomorrow when you are buying a cement bag or a paint can, when I buy a milk cover, what is that I do? Or when I buy a medicine, what is that I do? I look for the expiry date. But many a times when I buy a paint can, all I tell the interior designer or the contractor is, this is my budget, this is my color, this is my texture. I leave it there. My humble request is, you go into that product, whether it is an IGBC certified green product, Green Pro label. Green Pro label means it is not only energy friendly, it is not only environment friendly, they are all people friendly. Earlier when the paint is applied 20 years ago, they used to have a lot of chemicals actually. If it is painted yesterday, I will not be able to walk today morning and occupy the building. Whereas today, if you use IGBC certified paints, adhesive sealants, when you apply it yesterday, today you can do the Graha Prayasham and live in there actually. So these are all people friendly. That is on the fourth element, what we call it as a materials and resources. Fifth is on indoor environmental quality. Whether you like it or not, nowadays we have started spending 80% of our time in the indoors. And the most of our indoors are air conditioned. Our car is air conditioned, bedroom is air conditioned, schools are getting air conditioned, offices is getting air conditioned. So how clean or the quality of the air I breathe is going to decide my health and well-being for the next 50 years. Somebody who's in the 20s, they may be very happy, I am very strong, I will be able to take care of polluted air. But what happens to him or her after 50 years? So the indoor environmental quality talks about how I bring in daylight, how I bring in a fresh air, how I have all these adhesives like carpet and others are all people friendly. The best part is the Indian architecture is we always bring in enormous amount of daylight and the fresh air. You walk to the palaces built